The Struggles and Rise of Tony Robbins. A story of transformation and triumph. Tony Robbins is known worldwide as a powerhouse of personal development. A towering presence with a commanding voice. He has inspired millions to transform their lives. But behind the global success, best-selling books, and sold-out seminars lies a story of pain, poverty, and relentless perseverance. His journey wasn't easy. It was forged in the crucible of hardship, shaped by adversity, and driven by an unshakable belief in human potential. Humble beginnings. Anthony J. Mahawarik, later known as Tony Robbins, was born on February 29, 1960, in North Hollywood, California. He was the eldest of 3 children. His parents divorced when he was young, and life quickly turned into a series of struggles. His mother, who remarried several times, was both emotionally and physically abusive. The instability at home made his early years turbulent. They lived in poverty, often struggling to afford basic necessities. Tony remembers moments when they didn't have enough food. He describes Thanksgiving without a meal. A moment so deeply etched into his memory that it later inspired his mission to feed others. Despite the chaos at home, Tony took on a sense of responsibility for his siblings. He often acted as a protector, putting their needs above his own. By age 17, he left home, not by choice, but because he was kicked out. He had no money, no college education, and no stable shelter. He began working as a janitor to survive. The turning point. Tony was a voracious reader. In his search for answers, he came across the work of Jim Rohn, a motivational speaker and entrepreneur. Ron's teachings sparked something inside him. He learned that success is something you attract by the person you become. Tony took this lesson to heart and made a life-altering decision. He would change his mindset, and by doing so, change his life. He started attending seminars, learning everything he could about psychology, human behavior, motivation, and peak performance. He couldn't afford expensive programs. So he worked as a seminar promoter, exchanging labor for knowledge. He would drive long distances, hand out flyers, and convince people to attend events, all while absorbing the principles he was learning. He was relentless in his pursuit of growth. He studied neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, a technique that connects neurological processes, language, and behavior patterns. Tony quickly mastered it and started helping others rewire their mental and emotional patterns. His talent was undeniable. The power of purpose. Robbins began coaching individuals and conducting small seminars. He didn't have a big following yet, but he had a vision to help people unlock their potential and create extraordinary lives. His unique energy, charisma, and authenticity set him apart. But the road was still rough. In the beginning, he lived in a small apartment, barely making ends meet. At one point, he was so broke that he couldn't afford food. Yet even in those moments, he believed he could turn things around. He gave away his last few dollars to a young boy trying to buy lunch for his mother. That act of kindness reaffirmed a principle he would live by. Give even when you have nothing. Because generosity attracts abundance. Breakthrough in success. Robbins' breakthrough came when he started using his voice on infomercials, a popular medium in the late 1980s. His self-help program, Personal Power, reached millions of homes. His energy on screen was electric. People were captivated by his message and presence. Suddenly, Tony Robbins became a household name. But success didn't make him complacent. He kept growing. He started coaching high-profile individuals, from source to Olympic athletes to presidents. His ability to read people, break through their limitations, and ignite transformation was unparalleled. He began hosting Unleash the Power Within, a seminar attended by thousands of people who walk across hot coals as a metaphor for overcoming fear. His best-selling books, like Awaken the Giant Within and Unlimited Power, became roadmaps for personal success. The struggles didn't end even as his influence grew. Tony continued to face personal battles. His first marriage ended in divorce after 14 years. He openly admitted that he was so consumed by helping others that he neglected his own relationship. It was a painful but powerful lesson about balance and integrity. Tony also suffered from a pituitary tumor that caused his body to produce abnormal amounts of growth hormone. Doctors initially warned him that it could shorten his life. But Tony chose not to let fear control him. He managed his condition naturally, proving once again that the mind can influence the body. Critics emerged as well, questioning his techniques and ethics. But Robbins never claimed perfection. He welcomed the criticism, using it as fuel to improve. What set him apart was his authenticity. He didn't pretend to be a guru. He was a student of life, constantly evolving. Legacy and impact today, Tony Robbins is one of the most influential life strategists in the world. He has coached US presidents like Bill Clinton, worked with top athletes like Serena Williams, and helped business giants like Mark Benioff. But what truly defines him is his philanthropy. Through the Tony Robbins Foundation, he has fed over 1 billion meals to those in need. He supports youth programs, provides clean water initiatives in developing countries, and funds medical research. He once said, "The secret to living is giving." And he lives by that creed. His seminars continue to draw tens of thousands of people from around the world. They scream, dance, cry, and walk out changed. Because for Tony, the goal is not motivation, it's transformation. He teaches that your past does not define you. Your decisions do. Lessons from Tony's journey. Tony Robbins' story is a testament to the power of personal transformation. He was not born into privilege. He faced abuse, poverty, and rejection. He struggled with health issues, failed relationships, and public scrutiny. Yet, through it all, he rose. Not because life gave him a break, but because he decided not to break. Here are some key takeaways from his life. You are not your circumstances. Where you start doesn't determine where you end. Emotion is power. If you can change your emotional state, you can change your decisions. Give more than you take. True fulfillment comes from serving others. Decisions shape destiny. One decision can change your life forever. Success without fulfillment is failure. Achieving is not enough. Living with purpose is what matters. Tony Robbins didn't just overcome adversity. He used it as fuel. His struggles became his training ground. His pain became his message. And today, millions stand taller because he chose to rise.